Here comes our first event, and that's the police officer from the city of Holland, and it's the honor guard that'll be following now. Now again, for those of you that are joining us here on WHTC, just a reminder that we are back here on Saturday afternoon for the Parade of Bands, the music band. That'll start at 2 o'clock also. The parade route today will end at Collins Park. On Saturday, it will end at Holland High School on about 26th Street. And again, if you haven't had a chance to come down and watch the Dutch dancers, they will be here tonight at 7 o'clock. Their program lasts for 20 minutes. They'll be located on 8th Street between Columbia, which is the start of the parade route, all the way down to River Avenue. And that'll be the alumni and the high school dancers that'll be performing from 7 until 7:20. And then if you want to see a whole bunch of tulips, you can go right over here to Windmill Island. You can also take a look at the gardens on 6th Street. And if you want to see about 7 million tulips, you go out to Valdeer's farm out on 31, just a little bit north of town. And of course, you got to come down and pick up some of the junk food down here too. It's absolutely
You know
great.
it.
All right, what do we have kicking this thing off there?
We've got the Holland Department of Public Safety, followed by the Honor Guard, and some of them are on those segways.
And I heard you and Gary were talking this morning about a Segway, and I could see Gary on one of these things, right?
I would love to be on one of those. Those are awesome. Thank you for all you do. Followed by the Honor Guard.
And again, the police are responsible for getting people in and out of here safely, not only today, but yesterday. And then, of course, on Saturday, we'll have the Parade of Bands where we'll have a boatload of people down here to watch.
Right. And thanks to...
Now, who's this? This parade is sponsored by who, Mary Ellen?
Meadowflow. So thank you to them for sponsoring the 2016 KinderParade.
Tulip Time Parade also brought to you by our good friends at Randy's Carpet, by Holland Tire, by the villages at Appledorn, Compondor, Between the Covers, Dallas Smock State Farm, Rest Haven, and Maple View Animal Hospital. Now we got a little break in the action, and Mary Ellen, we talked about this yesterday, how the parades from the 3 local high schools will change.
Yes.
And today, the last school yesterday in the Volks Parade was the Holland High Dutch. We didn't get them on the air because we were doing a traffic report.
Exactly.
So this one is going to be all you, and you get to see, and we get to talk a little bit about Holland High's marching band. And of course,
absolutely amazing. And the director is Demetrius White, and this is his first year.
Yep.
His first year. So he comes to this school, and you know, we've had him on the show a few times, and they taught them a lot about marching in wooden shoes.
Well, Chuck Bullard was the band director for years here and kind of brought this up. And we got a little Dutch wooden shoe down here. And of course, what's unique about the Holland High Band is what?
Everything. I mean, these guys have performed in the Tournament of Roses Parade, the Indy 500 pre-race parade 6 times, Walt Disney World 11 times.
And what do they have on their feet, which is a little bit unique?
They have wooden shoes.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable, the precision and the work it takes to do this. Let's take a listen.
We'll see if we can pick up a little bit of music from these guys. Black, white, and red, the Holland High Dutch. Proud to be a graduate of there in 1964.
Really? They've also performed for 4 presidents. Followed by their color guard.
Now the weather today is nice for marching outside, but these kids start right before spring break. They're outside practicing around. And if you live around one of these schools, the high school, you will hear music because they're outside practicing. So this is a lot of work that goes into this before they even get here.
And now our grand marshals will be approaching fast here. And it's really interesting, these students, they participated in something called Future Prepped Program, which is offered through the Ottawa Area Intermediate School District this past summer. And what this does is they provide students with resources and training that they need to become more responsible and productive members of their community. Innovative tools they use, experiences that help them make decisions that will impact their careers and their quality of life. And what's really great is the Grand Marshals, 6 students, and they were presented with the challenge of re-imaging Kinderplots, which is a 2-day event. where children and their families can learn and play together. And what they did was they made it like these kids were going to different countries, and they had a passport, and they'd visit different cities in the Netherlands, and they'd have their passports stamped. They'd learn about it. They'd do an activity. They'd color. So it wasn't just fun. It was educational for them, too. So 6 of these students from the Future Prepped program are the Grand Marshals. Are those, and we have Clydesdales pulling them. That is something. I wasn't expecting that. You know, that's one of the things that Governor Snyder touched on at the Tulip Time Luncheon, was in embracing the trade industry and training these kids when they're in high school for whatever they may decide to do. That's our future right there. Future Prepped program.
That's pretty cool.
Now coming our way, Macatawa Bank. They know West Michigan because it's the only place that they do business. They have over 400 employees that work and live in the community alone.
Proud to say that Macatawa Bank is our family bank and has been for many years.
Hanging out on a boat today.
Yep. They got the smoothest ride of all. Hi, Kristen.
Aw, look at this.
Downtown,
Corpus Christi Catholic School. And their theme is Diamonds of Amsterdam today. They're carrying diamond posters as well as posters with carrots, with a play on the word carrot. Oh, aren't they adorable?
You know, what's fun about this is the kids are looking all over the place, and the way they keep them together is they have a pole that goes all the way across.
They hang on to
so
that.
the lines just move so the kids don't end up in somebody else's line, and then you'll see maypoles a little bit later. But, you know, it's got to be fun. If you're that age and you're going down here, you're looking at everybody along the side looking for mom or dad or grandpa and grandma.
Right. That's what I love about the crowd, you know, how proud it must be if you're a good grandparent, aunt, uncle, and you get to see your kids in these parades. And that music you're hearing in the background is Lakeshore Middle School under the director of Brian Ambrose.
Every one of the schools will have a theme that we've seen today, the elementary schools, and we'll see that depicted throughout the parade today. Gets to ride in there at Corpus Christi. Teachers,
Hi,
staff.
guys.
Good to see them down the north side of Holland.
And this is the Grand Haven Lakeshore Middle School Band. They're a multifaceted program.
The Buccaneers.
Yeah, they offer opportunities in concert, jazz, chamber. 8th grade students. Take a listen. And here comes Tulip Time Festival, 87th year. Join the dance. Welcoming guests from all around the world on their float today.
Nice.
And they thank the generosity of the thousands of community members, volunteers, and festival sponsors as well. And the star of the show, they say, is the Tulip.
How you doing, Jen? You know, as soon as this all event is done here, 2016, they start planning for 2017.
That's unbelievable.
It's a year-round
It sure is,
undertaking.
isn't it?
And like you said, it's a lot of volunteers in the Holland community. And again, we want to thank Crown Motors, and they provide a lot of the vehicles down here that we see pulling floats or just in the float with some of the dignitaries. We want to. Now this is a truck that was back from Gary Stevens' era, back in
you know more about this than I do.
1930s. Well,
no, 1964.
No, Gary, 1936 maybe. It's a good thing he's not here listening, you know what I mean? We could lose our job
Yes,
or
we
something.
could. Zeeland Christian Middle School Band.
Urbana Fire Department number 3. It's a 1964 C95 pumper.
In Zeeland Christian School, they've been in parades for over 30 years. They participate in Zeeland Pumpkin Fest,
And
Zeeland Memorial Day Parade.
Kevin Schoonwell again, and they were in the parade yesterday. We welcomed them back. Another half a day off for the kids down here. Color guard up front, dressed in their dark blue and gold. Zeeland Christian Middle School. And we pick up some of the music.
Hard to believe these kids are in middle school.
And there's Principal Mr. Klumpmacher over there in the corner.
Ah.
Keeping an eye on his kids with his Dutch hat on.
Yep.
1, 2, 5.
1, 2.
Here they
3,
go.
4. That's magnificent.
I was going to take a break, but they're now starting to move again. So we had to stop for a couple of minutes. But
Did you play anything in middle school, high school? No, you were in
Sports.
athletics, weren't you?
Sports.
I played a little bit of piano, but not in a marching band.
I took piano lessons. My mother kind of gave up after about 3 or 4 years. But
You just wanted to play with a football, didn't
Yeah.
you?
well, Tulip Time 2016 also brought to you by our good friends at Fence Consultants, installing confidence that lasts a lifetime, by Metal Flow Corporation, by Van der Veens, the Dutch Store, and Michelle Sales of Sparta. And next we have
Lakeshore Family Chiropractic. They've been voted best of chiropractic and massage for 2 years in a row. They say your spine is your lifeline. Everything centers around your spine, so take care of it and head to them if you need help. Oh boy, look who's coming our way now. Midwest Communications, 1450 WHTC. That would be us.
that'd be us, and that'd be the BA, the guy with the bad attitude. Oh no, it's the boss, Brent Allen down here.
Yep, from the Lakeshore's 92.7 The Van. Classic hits in
And
Holland
again-
for the Lakeshore.
And Brent Allen, 92.7 The Van, and Gary Stevens back at 1450. I want to thank them for sponsorship of this event also. Next we have the
Look at this Mustang from the Holland Rescue
Nice.
Mission. And they also sell cars to those in need as well, but I don't know what year that Mustang is. That looks like a
1957.
How did you know that? Just off the top of your head?
Now, I was trying to remember the director's name. It's Daryl Bartlett. And Daryl's been there for a number of years. And, of course, we have a facility for women here in Holland, for men.
Yeah, a great
We have the
organization.
Reclaim Center. They have a recycle center.
They sure do.
They do a lot of different things. And, of course, a lot of groups in Holland support that, and that's what makes this thing so functional.
Here comes Holland Christian 6th grade band under director Matt Veenstra. They're comprised of students from both Pine Ridge Christian School and Rose Park Christian School.
And the theme is Explorers Welcome at Holland Christian Schools and their float. Again, Crown Motors providing the vehicle, pulling this float.
Oh, this is amazing, and this is celebrating the early childhood program, students between 3 and 5 years of age.
Yep.
It's a big deal for them to be on a float today. And then we've got Southside Christian Elementary celebrating Dutch artists and artwork.
We have Israel's, we have Van Gogh. Now here again, you'll see all these different themes for the first time for you
Look
anyway.
at that. That is amazing. And they prepare all year for this, and they learn something too.
They do, yeah. It's integrating what the culture of the community, and then where we came from, where the Dutch came from, highlighting different provinces down here. We've got Rembrandt down here, Terbach, and then we've got the spinning wheels. We've got the flowers up here.
Yeah.
And they're all pointing up, hi guys.
Sunflower by Van Gogh,
Couple of
first
kids
grade
saw us
students.
up here.
Mrs. Bull and Mrs. Van Meeteren have made bright sunflowers for the
Yep,
festival.
Ben Meterin, you got it, yep.
Starry Night, they're twirling colorful streamers depicting the painting Starry Night. And then there's the mill.
And these kids have these, they got the little goatees on, they got the full costumes on. Yep, good stuff. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go back to Eddie. He's doing the buttons and the knobs back at the station. He's going to bring us the traffic report. Right now, Ed, you got it.
Hi.
Mr. Howell.
Hi. Oh, they're so cute. Okay, so yep. I've never seen anything like this in my life.
Cool.
I told the reason why I like to stay in town so much is because I feel like I'm on vacation when I'm here.
Well, cool.
I never feel like I'm working when I stay in town. I feel like I'm on vacation.
Yep, nice place.
So clean.
Richie. Looking good, Dan. Hi. Good. Through.
Look at the windmill cookies.
Now trying to get all these letters together.
Oh, they are so precious. That's what life is all about, isn't it?
What?
That's what life is all about.
Windmill cookies.
Pig in a blanket.
Schnoz and Broodles, pig in the blankets. See the pigs? Hey, Nykamp.
Just go straight. Just go straight. Just go straight.
Slink.
"15 seconds, guys."
And good afternoon, everybody. You're listening to 1450 WHTC, Holland Christian Schools. Their high school band director is Scott Vandenberg. They have won many, many top 10 awards throughout the years. They perform service projects as well. Places like Habitat for Humanity, Restore, Salvation Army, other charitable organizations in the Holland area. This band has performed in Detroit, Chicago, Florida, Disney World, even Carnegie Hall. Can you imagine?
Yep.
Carnegie Hall. And they also will go to retirement homes and rest homes and worship services, and they'll even perform at weddings and charity events. Let's take a listen to the Holland Christian Schools band under the direction of Scott Vandenberg.
Looking sharp, aren't they?
Uh-huh.
I would say they have probably 150 students in this band.
That is a big band, yes. Very nice. Holland Christian Schools. Next up, we have the Carolyn Stitch Studio. And Carolyn Stitch offers coloring events through Tulip Time and every Saturday as well. And all the portions that she raises on Saturdays at her coloring thing that she does at the studio goes to Kids Food Basket here in Holland. But she offers classes, events throughout the year. She has a wine tasting tonight and adult coloring. You have to be 21 and older.
Adult coloring.
Adult coloring.
Nice.
Coloring is really relaxing and it relieves a lot of stress, and it's made a comeback for whatever reason. So,
how you doing, guys?
her studio
There's
is quite
Carol.
busy.
Good to see you.
Hi, Carol.
They're on.
And thank you once again to Crown Motors for supplying the vehicles and sponsoring the Kinder Parade. Also, Metal Flow as well.
Tulip Time 2016 brought to you in part by our good friends at Randy's Carpet Care, by Holland Tire, by the Villages at Appledorn and Compound Door. Next we have, boy, these guys are dressed up for lunch. It's Career Line Tech.
Oh, that is Career Line Tech.
These are high school kids who, in their junior and senior year, go to Career Line Tech.
And that looks like it's the beauty school.
Well, they got everything down here. They got the beauty school, they got carpentry, they've got cooking. How you doing, ladies? Couple of umbrellas showing up out here. I hope it's not because of the rain. I hope it's because of the sun coming out.
And this is great. This group is called Nestlings, and what they do is they're a diaper bank, and they operate similar to a food bank. And they serve as a central location to collect,
That's
store,
a
and
neat
distribute
idea.
diapers
That's a neat
for moms
idea.
and families in need.
Yep.
I think that's fantastic. Saugatuck High School
The
band.
Indians, Gary Stevens jumping up and down the platform,
I
is
love
moving
their
around.
colors. The blue, orange, and white is so vibrant under the direction of Andrew Holtz. Let's take a listen. A Beatles tune. They are looking sharp and sounding sharp. They performed all over, even at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland.
And next, following the Saugatuck High School Marching Band, we have
Holland Public Schools West K through 7 Dutch literature. All of the 1st through 5th graders are carrying books that illustrate well-known children's stories. Some of them are carrying waves and wooden shoe boats.
I
In
got
fact,
some Hurons.
Yes, we do.
The goat who ate flowers. And again, you see these white picket fences. Keeps all the kids in line going across, and
It
there's
sure
groups in
does.
between.
And they're carrying books that they made and painted, and some of them have a Dutch story.
And
A
all
hole in the dike is one of those Dutch stories, a classic Dutch story from Holland Public Schools West K through 7 Dutch literature. That is a lot of kids.
Yep, and a lot of parents and a lot of teachers that are all dressed up in their Dutch costumes here today also.
Yeah, and as you said, a lot of the parents, a lot of parents volunteer throughout the year and take time off to get this done. It is a team effort, that's for sure.
Boy, there's a boatload of kids here.
Some of them are carrying cows. Hi, they're all waving. Dressed in their Dutch costume. Some of them have fishing poles
How
with
you doing,
wooden shoes
Ellie?
on the end. And next we have the Tulip from Bulb to Bloom. Now this is Jefferson School K through 7, and their theme is a salute to the tulip from bulb to bloom.
And here's our first maypole.
I love maypoles.
One way to hang on to all the kids.
Very smart.
Teacher in the middle, all the kids around the outside.
Holland Public Schools, Jefferson K through 7. They're carrying tulips, dressed in their Dutch costumes. Very happy to be here today.
Watching all the people on
And
either side of the
very
road.
free with their waves, too. I appreciate that. Hi, guys.
Uh-oh, she's enjoying it.
She sure is.
Hi, guys.
And they've probably prepared all school year for this,
There's another Ellen Boss. Hey, Stever. How you doing, buddy?
Next is the Holland High School 8th grade band under the direction of Demetrius White. They're one of the ensembles offered at Holland High School underneath the umbrella of the Holland Public Schools band program. 8th graders, take a listen.
Tulip Time 2016. This is the KinderParade featuring about 7,000 students from the elementary schools down here in the area. It's brought to you in part by our good friends at Compound Door, by Between the Covers, by Dallas Smock State Farm, by Rest Haven and Mapleview Animal Hospital. Mary Ellen Murphy, Nick Weaver on the corner of 8th and Central doing it live. There's Kevin.
And next we have Holland Public Schools, Holland Heights K through 7, and their theme is Dutch Mother Goose.
How you doing, Kev?
And you'll see some of the more familiar nursery rhymes that they've creatively adapted from storybook words to parade route action, such as teacher in the shoe.
There's Miss Ricketts down with her group of kids down here.
Here comes 3 blind mice, and some of the kids have sunglasses on in their Dutch costumes with their mouse ears. Very creative and a learning experience as well.
All these uniforms that these kids have, somebody had to make them.
Yeah.
These are all Dutch uniforms. So, these things don't grow on trees. They're handmade.
There's the teacher in a shoe. And next is the butcher and the baker and the candlestick maker.
I
a Mother Goose rhyme, a Dutch Mother Goose rhyme.
Well, it's about that time where we're going to get a traffic update from our good friend back at the station, Big Eddie Verskier. Ed, it's all yours. Take it away.
All yours. Yeah, I'm right here, Eddie.
Hi, guys. All those kids with uniforms.
Oh, they're adorable.
Two.
He's got cheese on his head.
Wisconsin.
It's cheese.
How? Oh, you missed the sign. Eat 'em cheese.
She's like,
Joey! Still walking. Nice. Mundial?
that's what I thought. Or Mundial. Mundial?
Mundial, yeah. How about those Panthers?
Hi.
Hi, Deanna Venabong. Look at those kids. They're stacked in like
Oh,
corduroy.
they're so precious.
Two. All these guys. Two. They're all having fun. Woodside Elementary. The Woodside Woodchucks. Mag Bay. Mag Bay, yep. Like the colored shirts, different shirts.
And this is 1450 WHTC broadcasting live
Hi, Heidi.
from 8th and Central. For the Kinder Parade, right now you're hearing the West Ottawa Macatawa Bay Middle School bands, the combination of 7th and 8th grade students. West Ottawa Wakazoo Elementary with Sinterklaas. They're celebrating the time when Sinterklaas comes to the Netherlands on a steamboat from Spain. He brings them presents for all the children and adults.
Yeah, the kids are having fun down
They
there.
sure are.
I like the lines. They're a little crooked, but the kids are just having a ball
I love
watching.
the idea of having them hold on to poles. That
Yep.
way they can't lose any of them. Oh, and there's even Sinterklaas's horse. that the kids are walking with right now. All dressed in costume, all waving, all big smiles on their faces. Happy to be here.
On the night of December 5, I'm reading the sign down here.
Uh-huh.
Sinterklaas rides the rooftops of children's homes on his white horse. Sinterklaas has a special friend named Zwart Piet, and he carries a burlap bag full of toys. Cool, thank you.
What a nice little girl to hold that up for you, to be able to read that.
It's the fireman! Woohoo!
Now comes Lakewood Elementary, West Ottawa School. Tulips are blooming. It's a place where students learn to be college, career, and life ready. A very special elementary school that's focused on high school achievement, quality instruction, providing a safe and caring environment.
There's Miss McDonald with a group down there. Nice to see her. Tim DeForest, one of the elementary teachers.
Many, many volunteers with this group as well.
Sun, yes. Well, if you can't have sunshine, you can have kids with pictures of the sun.
They're carrying pinwheels and tulips,
How about
dressed
the
in
bubbles
Dutch
down here?
costume. Yeah.
Kids blowing bubbles.
And it really looks like something, that they prepared for all year. Like you say, they start in the
Yep.
fall to learn about it. It's not just showing up and doing something. They actually know what they're doing. They've learned about it,
And they practiced.
Sure, from the start of the school year. So it's a learning experience for them as well. Oh, we have some pea
Here's the
soup.
principal, Mr. Jens Milibensky.
Look at
Jens.
Pea
Principal?
soup coming our way.
Ooh.
And some hot chocolate, too. There's something special about Dutch pea soup. I've never had it. What's so special about it?
Well,
It's Dutch.
people make it with either ham or they'll go with sausage.
Okay.
It's different, but if you've never had it, it's excellent. It's a nice. And you probably never heard of soup and beret either, have you?
No, I have not.
Buttermilk pop. That's another thing made
Interesting.
Dutch.
Now is
Yep.
the color guard for West Ottawa Harbor Lights 7th and 8th grade band under the direction of Whitney Brainard. Then they participated in Tulip Time parades for many, many years. They're located in the West Ottawa School District on the north side of Lake Makatawa. Long history of producing outstanding award-winning bands.
And again, it goes back to the days of Tom Updegraff and guys like Gary Lucas and Dean Christopher and Kerry Wheeler. There's Mr. Ginsford down here with the group today.
Listen to this. This is a 7th and 8th grade band. Let's take a listen.
Dressed in their black pants and white tops. They just finished their music. Get a nice round of hands. A little bit of cadence now from the drummers. Mary Ellen Murphy, Nick Weber on the corner of 8th and Central, along with our sponsors, Metal Flow. The chairperson today is Julie Rock. We want to thank her for her continued efforts to make this possible today. Don't forget, 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon, we'll be right back here with the music parade, the Parade of Bands. And again, if you do get here a little bit early, we have the premier bands, I think 5 of them, that will go the parade route backwards, and you can pick up some of that music starting at 1 o'clock.
This is West Ottawa Pine Elementary School celebrating our king's birthday. They're wearing orange, since the king of the Netherlands is the king of orange. Waving orange flags from the Netherlands.
Uh-oh. I just saw one of the kids yawning.
Celebrating North Holland May
Still got
Day.
another mile and a half to go yet.
This is North Holland Elementary School, and they've got a maypole.
And then next we follow up with Sheldon Woods, 2 of the outlining areas to the north of West Ottawa's district.
Right. And they're celebrating May Day as well with a May Day pole. Flowers symbolize the festival, and the main community event was a picnic in the country.
And next we have the West Ottawa High School Dutch dancers and the West Ottawa High School marching band. Mike Hammond, along with Jay Ginford. We saw Jay just a couple of minutes ago, but we'll get a little nod from Mike Hammond. Mike taking over after Dean Christopher passed away, just doing an outstanding job. And there's probably close to 180 kids that are in this marching band at
That
West
is
Ottawa.
one big band, wearing all black
They're
with
sharp.
a white sash. They've won many, many awards as well. Let's take a listen.
Right here.
love the simplicity of their uniforms. Black with a white sash that says West Ottawa on it.
Get the wave from Mike Hammond.
They've won first division ratings at District Band Festival for the past 22 years. Over 60 high school band students. Next up, we have the West Ottawa Education Association. And this year, the Bookmobile is celebrating its 41st anniversary. It's a 9-week summer reading program. I love this. It runs Monday through Wednesday from 10 to 1, 6 stops per day. And they stop at all these areas, and students can check out books through the West Ottawa Bookmobile. Over 1,400 books have been donated so far.
It's been going on for a lot of years, and they just travel throughout the district during the summer, stop at local points. Kids can come on, get a book.
I think that's
bring
great.
A book back on. They've been doing it. Sherry's done a nice job of this for many, many years.
And all
She's
on a
also
volunteer basis, too.
Yep, it is.
So if you have any books, donate it to the West Ottawa Bookmobile.
They'd love to get them from me.
Next, we have South Olive Christian School, Dutch Agriculture. And they're excited again to be a part of the 2016 Tulip Time KinderParade, and they're celebrating the influence of Holland's agriculture history and dairy commerce.
South Olive is located on the northeast side of Holland, on the way out of town, and Dave DeWitt working there, and Barb Nylon teaching PE down there. A couple of retired teachers from West Ottawa helping out with their phys ed program. Kids have eggs in the basket. Not a bad deal down here. They got some chickens down here.
And next, Vanderbilt Voyager Band. And they're actually performing a pop song.
Vanderbilt Academy located on like 16th Street, 15th Street, and Monroe. And we're picking up some of their music.
Hard to believe they're in middle school. So talented. And here come the little kids with Vanderbilt Academy Voyage to a New World. They're a local charter school. Their current enrollment is 460 students, and their theme is Voyage to the New World, depicting the Dutch settlers' trip to America. The kindergarten and first grade students are carrying blue ropes to represent the voyage across the ocean. Second and third grade students are carrying items that you would need to make a new home in America. Some of the students have axes and saws for clearing the land and building the home. Other students are carrying tulips to plant. Some of the students are carrying wooden shoes that they'll wear once their voyage is over. And the fourth grade students carrying those signs that say, Voyage to the New World. Here comes Lakeshore area homeschools, and their theme this year is Dutch music. It's traditionally played on a mechanical street organ with rows of pipes and percussion.
Yeah, this is one thing that's grown quite a bit in the area, is the homeschooling.
Yes, it is.
They now have athletic activities for these kids, and they compete against other homeschools.
That's fantastic.
It's gotten a lot more regional in the last few years, a lot more organized. So used to be that kids that were in homeschool couldn't participate in the school system.
You're right, they couldn't at all.
Now they've been able to do that.
That's fantastic.
Yep. Hope Schreier, the director of the band down here at Bork Hill Christian, the green and white. They're, of course, famous for the Dandelion Festival, which probably is going to be happening pretty quick.
Here comes the Holland Community Aquatic Center, a state-of-the-art aquatic facility committed to the excellence in programming that improves health, safety, enjoyment, and athletic development of people in West Michigan, Lakeshore area. The building spans 2 city blocks, 7 pools, all sorts of programs as well.
And the director is Jack Heising.
And they're also home to the Michigan Lakeshore Aquatic Swim and Dive teams.
Huge swimming program there. Beautiful 50-meter pool.
Beautiful
great facility. Jack does a great job down there. Was a member for a lot of years.
I love blueberries. Bowerman's Blueberries. They've been growing blueberries since 1954 right here in Holland.
Yep, on the north side, right off, I think it's about 160th and James Street, where they're located. And of course, you can get donuts and all that kind of stuff there too.
Oh, this is great. Mosquito Squad of West Michigan and Grand Rapids.
Not mosquitoes, not yet.
Dread Skeeter helps mom and dads educate children about the risk of mosquito and tick bites, which is we're learning more about that.
How about the Zika virus?
That's right.
Yeah, we got to be careful on that.
That's right. Next is the Zeeland Cityside Middle School 8th grade band under the direction of Aaron Good. And they have a long history of participating in Tulip Time parades, along with Zeeland Creekside Middle School. Cityside has commissioned 3 new compositions for middle school bands in the past 5 years. Let's take a listen.
And we're going to get some music, you're right.
I just can't believe they're middle school students. They're so talented, so young. The dedication and time it takes. You can dance up here, it's okay.
Oh, Gary's shaking the whole place. He's just moving.
It's hard not to tap your foot and move a little bit. And following them is Calvary Schools of Holland with fishing. They have 2 campuses housing students from K through 4 and through 12th grade. And in honor of Dutch tradition of fishing, students are carrying fish that they have handcrafted. Younger students are riding in style on the pontoon, while executive director is heading out to catch the big one.
1965 Chevrolet.
Look at that. And that's Calvary
And
Schools
convertible,
of
yep.
Holland.
A couple of moms catching up with the rest of the group. Help launching irresistible followers of Jesus Christ. That's the theme at Calvary School. Now we got some bikers here today.
Yep, some of the kids are on bikes decorated with the bright colors to entice the fish to bite.
Oh, they got the streamers on it like, whoa, whoa, oop, ran into somebody. Got to be careful.
Oh, the rain has held off. It's turned out to be a nice day. It's a little
Yep.
cool, but it's dry.
Kids got helmets on down here.
Yes,
so
they
they're
do.
safety
It's
approved. That's
National
nice. Yep.
Bicycle Safety Month as well, so very smart that they're wearing their helmets.
Tulip Time 2016 brought to you in part by our good friends at Compound Door, Between the Covers by Dallas Smock State Farm, by Rest Haven, and by Maple View Animal Hospital. Also want to thank Ed Verskier with all the buttons and knobs back at the station, helping make this possible this afternoon.
And here comes that pontoon.
Another smooth ride. Of course, pontoons are noted for smooth rides, but this one is really smooth. And you know what? If it rains, they're under the cover.
Yes, they are. A big thank you to our KinderParade sponsor, Metal Flow, and to parade chairperson, Julie Rauch. She has dedicated many, many volunteer hours to make today's parade a success. And what you're hearing right now is Creekside Middle School, Zeeland Public Schools, under the direction of Nicole Beyer. And this band, they perform at district and state levels with great success. They've won many, many awards.
And they're green and black.
Yes, they are. And 40% of the school population is enrolled in band.
That is absolutely cool. You know,
That is.
Students that are in performing music and athletics do better academically than students who aren't. So,
Really?
Yeah, that's statistically.
I didn't know that.
That's a proven fact.
Why is that?
Because they're able to manage their time better.
Which is
You know, they've only got so
Something
much
you'll
time and
use
they
the
manage
rest of your
it.
life.
Kids in performing music and athletics do better academically than students who don't.
I did not know
So
that.
get your kids involved in stuff.
My daughter's in theater, so
Yep.
she's pulling 15-hour days, but she's getting good grades.
Then you got academic eligibility. You've got to be able to be eligible. You got to be
Right.
passing your classes and doing well
That's
academically.
true, and it is all about
All that
managing
helps.
time.
All right, a little music here.
Next is the Cato Corporation. Dress for Hope, the Big E's. Looks like their prom is coming up, so it looks to me like they're going to be raising money for cancer during their prom,
Yep.
and that is a wonderful thing. Here comes a Crown Motors car, and thank you so much for providing all the vehicles for the Tulip Time Festival.
Next we have Yen Fang, which is the old Johnson Controls employee, probably one of the top 3 employers in the city of Holland, along with Hayworth, I believe. And Johnson Controls, now Yang Fang.
And a huge job fair coming up on Tuesday, May 17th.
Yep, and
You're
of
looking
course,
for a job.
they're known for making the interiors of most of the automobiles that you and I drive.
Oh, okay. Here comes Eagle Crest Charter Academy.
They are brown and gold. They're located, it's a charter school right here on 120th and Riley Street. We'll pick up some of their music.
Under the direction of Chris Taylor. Again, another young band of 6th and 7th graders.
Yep.
Unbelievable. Next, it's Eagle Crest Charter Academy, Green Lighthouses of the Netherlands. Over 150 enthusiastic students celebrate this year's KinderParade. And, you know, we've got great lighthouses here in Michigan, but in the Netherlands, too. And that is the theme of the rich nautical influences and history of that country in the Holland area of West Michigan. So they're carrying pinwheels, dressed in Dutch costume, and it's great the kids hang on to these bars and they stay in line in precision and they don't get lost. So that makes it easy on the moms, the volunteers, and the teachers as well.
Now, you don't want to lose any of these students in the crowd someplace.
No, you do not. I can't believe this is a 7th grade band that you're hearing right now. Zeeland Cityside Middle School 7th grade band under the direction of Aaron Good. A 7th grade
Couple
band.
of lighthouses.
Let's take a listen.
Cityside Middle School, located right on Main Street in Zeeland. Their counterpart is Creekside Middle School. Creekside goes to Zeeland East High School, and Creekside goes to Zeeland West.
They'll also be performing at the Zeeland Memorial Day Parade at the end of May.
And we have a number of organizations in the Holland area that feature martial arts. And this is Chan's Martial Arts down here in Holland, and they participate in the parade every year.
They've been around for 13 years, and they say they're a positive place to develop life skills while learning martial arts.
And they're putting on a couple of moves down here.
Wow, that's a high kick.
Got a granddaughter that's in that, and they have competitions that go on throughout the state where they compete against other students.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty organized. So you have instruction, and then you go to meets and you get graded and you compete and all that kind of stuff. So it's pretty cool.
Next is the Ottawa Area Center, a school that serves students with physical and cognitive impairments and provides them with adaptive instruction, enhancing their quality of life. They enjoy the excitement of participating in the KinderParade, and they're wearing some traditional Dutch costumes on their float as well. They've been participating in the KinderParade for over 20 years.
I think this is so cool because a lot of these students have mentors that are with them.
Yes.
Some of them are on the float, some of them
sure
are in
are.
wheelchairs. And we sure appreciate having them be a part of this down here.
That's very special.
Yep, all of them one-on-one. And of course, yesterday we saw Laura Lynn Bunce from Compassionate Heart, where a lot of these kids get to meet up with kids with the same type of abilities and disabilities, and they get to hang out together, and those programs are offered at night after school. And they've extended it to students that are actually older now, too. And Compassionate Heart just opened a new facility over here on Chicago Drive. So, yep, these kids have some place to go where they can hang out with their friends afterwards.
And that's so important. And, you know, all the people that are walking with them, they're mentors, and that's on a volunteer basis.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. They're always looking for volunteers to help out down here.
And we've got a big owl walking with them as well.
And we have some kids on bikes, some kids on strollers. A lot of parent volunteers. And again, these, like Compassionate Heart, that's a great opportunity for parents to get a little respite when their kids can go for 2 to 3 hours after school and be with their friends.
Did you just feel that cold air?
Yes, it just
A cold front has just rolled into downtown Holland, ladies and gentlemen.
Bingo, you heard it first down here in 1450 radio. We actually are Holland's official Tulip time station. You know what? I think the heavens are just starting to open.
I think
just
so.
a little bit.
Mother Nature has been very, very kind to us. Had a little bit of light rain. It just was coming down and wouldn't stop. earlier when Kinder Dance was performing in the streets, and then it let up for a while, and now a cold front has rolled into downtown Holland. We're broadcasting live from the corner of Central and 8th on 1450 WHTC.
Well, Tulip Time brought to you in part by our good friends at Fence Consultants, installing confidence that lasts a lifetime, by Metal Flow Corporation, by Vanderveen's The Dutch Store, Michelle Sales of Sparta and the Holland Area Convention, and Visitors Bureau, as the rain's starting to come down and people are starting to move around.
Yes, they are. But those girls, those flag girls, smiles on their faces. This is Zealand High
not Keith
Marching
Walker.
Band.
He's shaking his head going, what's going on?
I know this song. Well, Mother Nature's timing as the parade is getting ready to wrap up here. Let's take a listen to Zealand High School Marching Band.
The Zealand High School Marching Band under the direction of Keith Walker.
You know what this song is? The theme from the Munsters.
Yes.
A big thank you to our Kinder Parade sponsor, Metal Flow, and to parade chairperson Julie Rock, who dedicated many, many hours. You know, the Holland Fire Department, Holland Department of Public Safety for everything that they do during Tulip Time. And the rain it has cooled off at least 10 degrees, hasn't it?
Yes, and it's gotten a little bit rainy. You mentioned yesterday that people left right after the parade. What do you think is going to happen today?
It's pouring in downtown Holland, everybody.
You guys that stayed home and listened to it on 1450. Right now you're saying, man, I was a lot.
Well, they're saying snow, in the UP this weekend. So thank you to everybody for coming out to the Kinder Parade, and our sponsors, Metal Flow and Parade chairperson Julie Rauch. It's been a pleasure working with you. Thank you so much.
Marion Murphy, Nick Weaver, along with Gary Stevens on the corner of 8th and Central. Eddie, it's all yours. The parade is over. Look forward to seeing all of you on Saturday afternoon for the Parade of Bands. Good afternoon.
Oh, wow. Oh,
We made it, guys.
oh my gosh. We did it.